A state senator in Idaho had a scheduled meeting with students from the University of Idaho. They wanted to meet with him to talk about legislation involving the availability and accessibility of birth control, and they also wanted to reform sex education in schools in the state. Now, even though State Senator Dan Foreman had a scheduled meeting with them, he decided to cancel last minute because he wasn't really interested in hearing what they had to say. And then there was a video circulating on the internet involving him getting confronted by said students. Now, they had driven more than 300 miles to make it to that meeting, and when he canceled last minute without any warning, they were upset. So they cross paths in a hallway, and here is how things played out. Take a look.
Me of not honoring my commitment to be in a meeting. Abortion is murder. I stand against it. I am a Roman Catholic. I'm a conservative Republican. I think what you guys do stinks.
That is your choice.
You're damn right it's my choice, so stay out of my office.
You shouldn't make it other people's.
Next time you walk in my office, you're going to be dealing with ISP.
I don't think so.
Okay, so he starts ranting about abortion. The students did not schedule a meeting to discuss abortion. They scheduled a meeting to discuss birth control and comprehensive sex education. But once he realized what they wanted to talk to him about, he had no interest. He doesn't care what his constituents think or what they have to say. He immediately ran away from that meeting, ran away from those students once he got confronted by them in that hallway, because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. By the way, he's had some outbursts like this in the past. We have a video to show you, but Cenk, what do you think?
Look, I'm might have a unique position here. I actually don't mind him yelling. I mind him not taking the meeting. And I mind him a little bit yelling about the wrong topic. So they drove 7 hours to get there. They actually are citizens that you're supposed to be representing. But you don't have to agree with them. So they can come in and they can say, hey, listen, we think there should be comprehensive sex education because it shows that if you take away sex education, actually teen pregnancy goes up and so do abortions, for example. You could say, well, I hate you, I want more abortions. I guess if you're against comprehensive sex education, factually you are for more abortions. So anyway, but you scream and yell any way you like, but at least hear them out instead of banning them from your office and saying you're gonna call security on your own citizens, right? And then try to keep to the topic. So if you don't like that, or you think birth control is terrible and you disagree with 99% of women who take it, okay, all right, yell to them, you people are you bad people for taking birth control. You should have 1 million babies, and I'm gonna make you because I'm your legislator.
Well,
okay, yell that.
Not only would he like to force people to have the babies, he also proposed legislation that would charge women with first-degree murder if they carry out an abortion. Yeah. Obviously that didn't go anywhere, but it gives you a sense of what kind of right-wing zealot he really is.
Oh, so that's, a lot of people make the argument, if you're pro-life, it doesn't make any sense for you to be for the death penalty. Now, they get around that because they say that's guilty and the person here is innocent. But this guy closes the loop on it. I'm so pro-life that I will charge you with murder and give you the death penalty and kill you if you do an abortion. Okay, great, that's wonderful logic. And as I tell you every time, read the Bible. In the Bible, in Numbers, it explains that God is pro-abortion. I didn't write it, you think God wrote it, take it up with him. He says if you think your wife cheated on you, go to a local soothsayer or whatever, fortune teller or whatever it was back then, and have her give have that person give her a toxic potion. And if she miscarries, good, that means the bitch cheated on you, and we kill that fetus and we're done with it. If she didn't cheat on you, then she won't have a miscarriage. I didn't write it, God wrote it. Read your own Bible, God is pro-abortion, so go scream at him.
By the way, I wanted to end this story with a video of the state senator getting approached by a constituent. I guess the constituent had said something to him that he didn't like, and he had a bit of a meltdown. Take a look.
I'm tired of people like you walking up and putting out this nonsense.
What's going on, guys?
That's what it is. This guy says I'm not doing my job, and he's lecturing me on the Constitution.
Why don't you go ahead and just...
Why don't you take a hike?
Just move along.
Liberal.
Thank you.
Tard.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. And don't vote for me. Because you didn't. Yeah, you're a liberal nut. Go straight to hell, you son of a bitch. That's exactly why he's not.
Okay, you know your representative's doing a good job when he calls you a lib nuttard.
That's fun. It's kind of fun.
It's very classy, and I would venture to say that perhaps this good senator from Idaho is going to hell himself. He's against abortion when God is for abortion. He should read the Bible. So, and by the way, he might now, if he finds out that God is in favor of abortion, if he actually reads his own Bible, he might find out that he has to give God the death penalty. Now, how's that for irony? If you like this video, bless your heart. We got a lot more where that came from. We do a full show every day, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy it ad-free by becoming a member. tytnetwork.com/join.